Hello everyone. It's a new year. Now we're in the first week of January 2022. So today I want to talk about why do you need more than one kayak. I have 4 kayaks at the moment, and why do I need 4 kayaks? I can just paddle one at a time. So I have this question a lot, and I usually answer it with, if you're into biking, maybe you want a street bike, a road bike, a mountain bike, and so on. It's not enough with only one bike. If you're into skiing, you want cross-country skis, you want downhill skis, maybe you want well, something else. I don't know, I'm not much into skiing myself. So it's like our tools, and you need different tools for different things. So for me, today I'm paddling my Valley Gemini. It's a short plastic kayak, not very wide, but sturdy one, a lot of rocker. It's perfect for kayak surf. I have some videos about that here somewhere. And also it can take a lot of beating. I was not sure today how the ice was down of the lake. It wasn't any ice actually. I was a bit surprised about that. But if I have to drag the kayak across rocks and ice and things to get into the water, it's a lot easier to use my plastic kayak, because, well, it's stronger. It's okay to drag that along on the ice. Then I have my favorite go-to kayak, that is my Valley Acuta. It's like my daily kayak. It's like if you have 2 cars, you have a big weekend car, so you go out with the family, and you have a small commuting car, you drive yourself to and from work. It's big enough to be out for a weekend trip with tents and sleeping bags and everything, especially in the summer, when you don't need to have so many warm clothes and a big sleeping bag. So, and also that is a very nimble kayak. It's very easy to steer with it. You just edge it a little bit and she's turning fantastic. My favorite kayak. I then also have my 3rd Valley kayak, and it's a Valley Nordkapp. It's a bigger kayak than the Acuta. It's longer. It has a round bottom. The Acuta has got sharp edges, and that's why it's so nice to edge and turn with. When you have round edges, the seas are slipping by the kayak much easier, so it's a very stable kayak in high seas. It's not a very wide kayak by no means, but I feel very stable in it, especially loaded in seas. And also it's not the longest, my 2nd longest kayak, but almost the longest, and it's a lot faster than this kayak I'm in today. So that is my expedition kayak. I've done quite a few 1 and 2 weeks expeditions with that kayak. I love it really. And my 4th kayak, it's a Rebel Ilaga. It's a very narrow, very low kayak with the ocean cockpit, and that means that you have to sit on the back deck, put your leg into the cockpit and kind of squirm yourself inside in the cockpit. hard to get into, of course a little bit harder to get out of also, but you're sitting very nice, very tight, and that is my rolling kayak. Also because it has a very low off deck, I can put my whole body down on the off deck, I can go back and rest on the off deck, and that means I can also then easier do a roll because I have a lower center of gravity. So different tools for different things. There are some other things also. I do paddle a lot. I do a lot of paddling with different people. I give courses in mostly in rolling, but also paddling technique. So for me to be able to supply a good kayak, especially for rolling, it helps a lot. Many people like to roll in their own kayak, and if their own kayak is a little bit wide and a little bit high, especially behind you at the off deck, it can be difficult to roll. And I can probably roll that kayak, but for a beginner or someone who's going to learn how to kayak, I want them to have a kayak that is very easy to roll. It's like when you're taking your driving license. You're not starting to drive a Hummer or a Ferrari or something. You start driving something that is easy to drive. So that is the same thing here. You don't want to start with the most difficult kayak to roll. You want to start with some of the easiest kayaks to roll, to learn how to do it first. Also, there are sometimes people who like to borrow one of my kayaks for testing, and I'm happy to lend it to them, especially if I'm with them. If we are out on a trip and they like to test one on my kayaks for a day or a weekend or so, it's okay. They can use one of my kayaks, I just take another one. So that's the reason why I have at the moment 4 kayaks. There are probably going to be more of them. Hopefully this year I will extend my fleet with 1 or 2 kayaks, but we will see. So that's my take on that, and my thinking of why you need more than 1 kayak.